Mazzula, maybe the most interesting coach in the NBA right now. Outside of, did you guys see the royal family quote that he had? We didn't even talk about that. Holy shit. Religion in the, oh God, I can't do it. Anyway, Mazzula gave his first interview to Mark Spears about the Ime Udoka drama. It is a fascinating insight into who is running the ship there. Let's face it, there was no way Mazzula thought he was going to be a head coach this early in his career, at least in Boston. He admitted this. He was like, yeah, I've always had faith I was going to be an NBA head coach. I believed in myself, but I didn't know it was going to happen this fast. I didn't know what was going to happen in Boston. There's probably some sort of thank God for this thing, Jesus is supporting me and looking down on me. But how did he find out about the Ime situation? Everybody thinks, by the way, real side note, everybody, when things happen to them that's good, it's like, God did this for me. So he did this against the other people too? It's like God wanted us to win. There's some divine Lord's plan for why the Boston Celtics made it to the final, or why you ended up being the head coach. Oh yeah, did God step in and have Ime Udoka fuck somebody on the team so that you can get this job? Is that God's will? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let's keep going before I get canceled. How did he find out about the Ime situation? And what were St. Joe's thoughts? When this came up, it was it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can control is how I just go. Just because I know that for my wife and for my family, we're supposed to be here. It's God's will. For us, faith is really important. And we felt like we followed God's plan to a T as where he wanted us to be. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. And it wasn't even a thought. You don't have time to contemplate. Man. No way him referencing his wife and being a family man and being a man of God is not a direct shot at Ime Udoka. Sinner! Sinner! Shame! Shame! If Joe Mazzula had to stone Ime Udoka to death for this job, would he do it? Probably. Let's be honest. It's God's will. I'm watching The Chilling Tales of Sabrina right now, which is all about demonology and religion, and this shit is wild. Additionally, he says he hasn't communicated with Ime. Of course he hasn't communicated with Ime. He's willing to turn his back on the guy that made him his assistant coach because why? Sinner! Sinner! Anyway, he said he hasn't talked to him because after he got suspended, it was we're not allowed to communicate. Does anybody believe that shit, really? Does anybody believe you can't communicate with your, colleague to be yo, big ups, man. I hope you're doing okay. Nope. He's, willing to throw the stones and get ahead because it's predestined. Mazzula, let's move on, has 100% taken advantage of this opportunity. He has made the Celtics a really good team. He's a very good coach. There's no shade at him because he has been doing a good job in times of turmoil. They're clearly top 2 team in the NBA. They pounded the Suns by 40? 2 nights ago? 40. They are a favorite to win the title. But he is a fascinating dude. I don't know where we're at in society where this is it's starting to come front and center. Sovereign wealth funds, orthodox religion, this is starting to get crazy. He was asked last week what it was like to play in front of royalty because the Prince and Princess of Wales were in attendance. And he said the only royal family he acknowledges is Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That was non-ironic, by the way. That was, dead-ass serious. And he looked at him why would you even question that? And I'm fine with anti-royal family rhetoric. Totally fine with that, given all of the human rights abuses they've been up to. But, the only royal family I acknowledge is Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Okay. What else would you expect, though, from a branch off of the Bub Huggins coaching tree? When asked what advice Huggy gave him, Mazzula said, "Don't fuck it up. That's it. Just don't screw it up," and that was it. But the reason I think he's successful is, honestly, is his philosophy, and it's not rocket science. This is what he told Spears. The NBA is a league. It's just a basketball league. The Celtics, if you take away all that, it's just basketball, leadership, and management. And so the same kind of systems, conversations, environments that you're cultivating at the division at any level is the same that you have to do here. There are just more people paying attention. And you know what? He's got my attention right now. Like, we got to keep an eye on him. He's still got the interim coach title attached to his name. So we'll see how that goes. And it's a shock, probably, considering how well things have gone in Boston, that it's still the interim title. But one thing is for sure. If Boston doesn't lock him down in the long term, the Brooklyn Nets might.